love those doors as much as the day I bought this house. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan, and it has been a while since I showed you all here on YouTube the inside of my house. In fact, I don't think I've really given you guys a tour and shown you everything that has changed since we moved in, and that was over a year ago. If you follow me on Instagram, then you'll know that I do post a lot of my house on Instagram, but I feel like it always looks a little more put together than it actually is. So here in this video today, you're gonna get a chance to see how everything really is kind of all together and how it flows, and see the projects that I'm currently working on, see the projects that I have finished and how that is all sort of flowing together. Please make sure you do follow me on Instagram. My name is @MeganBellMade, just because I share my stories pretty much every day, what I'm doing in real time. You get a sort of firsthand preview of my projects as I'm starting them, talking about them, and doing them, and rather than waiting until it comes here on YouTube. And as you know, I have just not been able to post here on YouTube as much as I would like to. With having 2 children, I have prioritized being a mother. That has been more important to me than working, but my children are starting to get a little bit older, and I am starting to see a little bit more flexibility in my time to be able to hopefully film and edit and be here on YouTube. I wanna thank Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. I have been wearing Ana Luisa's jewelry for years now. I love them because everything they make is very stylish, but also elegant and also really dainty. It's pretty much everything that I want in jewelry. I don't have to really shop around for it. If I'm looking for something, I go straight to Ana Luisa's website. Their jewelry has never tarnished or faded on me. I have pieces from them from 3-4 years ago that look brand new still. Most recently, they sent me this necklace, which I'm really loving. I feel like I'm gonna wear this a lot this summer. It has like a little flower detail, but it's like white, and I feel like this will go really good with all of my more springy, light, summery pieces that I plan to wear this summer. I also got some rings, and I wanna just warn you because my hands are DIY hands. I work with my hands. But I wanted some rings, so I got just like some stacking rings that I'm really liking. Just a simple gold one here, and then this one has like a little diamond detail. And I'm wearing it with just my champagne diamond that I wear every day. But my hands get beat up. But sometimes after like I put a project down, I put my paintbrush down, I want to get dressed real quick and go on a walk with the kids and not look crazy. And these are items that I can just throw on and feel stylish and put together. Also, Ana Luisa has always been very clear about their sustainability mission, and they have maintained a carbon neutral certification. Their packaging is very minimal, and it always comes in recycled paper boxes. The shipping is so fast. Every time I order with them, I have my pieces within a couple days. Mother's Day is coming up, so it is a good time to order a gift for a mother in your life. Personally, I love their mama necklace that they have. I actually got it for Mother's Day last year, and they still have it on their website. It is so cute. If you have a mother in your life, you have to get this for her. I love shopping their website because everything is so clean and minimal. I can really kind of envision what it's going to look like on me. Plus, their jewelry is very affordable. Their prices start out at $39 and go up to some higher end pieces. So there's definitely something on their website for everyone. For 20% off, make sure you click the link in my description box and use the code MEGANBELL20. So now I'm going to show you the house. I just want you to keep in mind that I'm still in the middle of a lot of projects. So you're gonna see that some floors have been refinished, some walls have been painted, and I have really taken my time with decorating this house because I don't wanna just like fill it with a bunch of Target furniture. I have been trying to buy everything secondhand and be really thoughtful about what I want this house to look like, and that just takes time. Okay, so here is the entryway, and I have changed this room around so many times, and I finally realized it just needed like a center table. So I found this table on Facebook Marketplace. It's an antique gate leg table, and it's pretty small, but it's the right size, I think, for the width of this room. This room is very long and narrow, so, but it, like I said, I just needed something in the middle. So I think it's pretty. It needs some work, but it's not high on the list of priorities to refinish this. And then you might recognize that piece back there. I redid that some years ago, and I still have it living with me. And then by the front door, I just keep a bench with a big plant on it. Like I said, this room is it's in constant transition. Like, I don't know what I'm doing in here. I've had this mirror for a long time. This is the Signature Anthropologie Gleaming Primrose mirror, and I have also moved it around a million times, but I think it's gonna stay in here somewhere for now. This is like a little reading nook down here. I just stuck an antique chair down there that I found on Facebook Marketplace that I go back and forth on whether or not I love. But eventually I'd like to refinish these floors, so I'm not really committed to anything down here right now. And you can see one of the reasons I want to refinish the floors down here is the differences between the floors on the stairs and the actual floors. One is like more blonde and one is more of like a red, and that drives me a little nuts. I'm currently painting up here in the stairwell. You can see the difference between where I have started painting and the old color, which is like a gray. I'll be really excited to get rid of that gray and just have it really bright white in here. So these French doors lead into my dining room. I should say my formal dining room. We don't really use this area much. You'll recognize that light that used to be in the other dining room until we moved it. That fireplace was recently redone. I painted it all white. And I have a video for that on how I did that. It looks a lot better, nice, updated. I really love my dining room table. I had a hard time finding chairs to match it, but I found some on Chris Loves Julia that they recommended, and so that's what we have going on in here. And I just put some IKEA chairs on either end. Of course, these amazing built-ins have been really fun to decorate. And I just have so much space for decor on them. There is a lot of space up there. So if you'll remember, this room used to be our dining room. And this room is kind of disheveled right now, but I'm taking advantage while my son is eating lunch because this is kind of where he's spending his sick day. That is a frame TV over there. I'm still working on a gallery wall around it. Of course, we have our Nugget in the corner because sometimes this room turns into a fort. I have moved this room around so many times, but this is sort of the layout that's kind of working for us right now. And I actually just have a bench in the middle as a coffee table. This rug is here very temporarily. A friend of mine lent it to me to see if I would like it, but it's a bit too pink for my taste. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I did recently paint this fireplace black. When we first moved in, there was a dining room light here. I traded it out for this Pottery Barn dupe. This is like the best dupe I have ever found for the Pottery Barn Luca chandelier. I'm gonna link it in the description box because if you've been looking for a light like this, like, you need it. And I think it looks really good with the black fireplace. I'm trying to get a shot of it so you can see them together. I'm still, like I said, styling. I don't know what I want to have over the fireplace. I have changed it so many times. And then I have this 6-penny chair in here, which I love. This 6-penny chair. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it here. It's just kind of shoved in the corner here. So these doors here head out to our like mudroom butler's pantry area, but I just want to show you I added these unlacquered brass handles to it, and I do not regret my decision even once. They are so pretty, and I really feel like they go with the era of the home. Through here we have this like kind of schoolhouse door, which was one of my favorite things when we bought this house. I love this door. I love the window. This is sort of our mudroom area, and it's winter right now, so it's always got coats and jackets. I actually added this shaker style like peg wall hook situation here so that we had more space to hang things. And then this is also more space to hang things over here. We keep our shoes down here. Darla is there in the corner of the butler's pantry. We would like to utilize the butler's pantry a little bit better than we do. It has wine coolers and a sink, but it doesn't have ice over here, so we find ourselves going back and forth between the butler's pantry and the kitchen to make a beverage. That doesn't really make sense. Eventually, I would like to add an ice maker over here, and then we could actually utilize it as like a bar slash butler's pantry. I'd love to collect some antique glasses to go in these cabinets up here. And then of course there's also a bathroom here, which I have not changed. I would like to eventually wallpaper it and change the sink out, make it a little bit more functional than it is. I love the flooring in here, and I'd like to lean into that. Okay, and then through here is the kitchen, which I believe is pretty much the same as when we moved in. The only thing that's different is we did get a new faucet. I'm not 100% sure I recommend this Etsy faucet, but it is gorgeous. It's unlacquered brass. It's just been a little bit troublesome as far as installation and not being US made, but it was very inexpensive and it is gorgeous. The dining area over here is sort of like an eat-in kitchen area. I would love to paint in here, it's just not a priority. I do have these gorgeous vintage chairs in here with this IKEA tulip table. And then I also have these vintage stools here at the bar, which I'm absolutely in love with these. Such a lucky find. But this room needs some rethinking at some point. Everybody that comes here loves this green tile and I despise it. But also there is a window through here on the exterior of the house that I would like to have opened back up. It was covered up at some point. So my husband and I are trying to figure out how we could go about doing that. Everything is white. You can see how many cabinets I actually have. And they're all white with that black hardware. It just feels a little sterile. I would love to do like a creamy white with brass hardware would be really pretty. And update the countertops at some point because if you look, they're like a leathered granite and they're very, very masculine. And if you remember from my walkthrough, this is actually our laundry area here. So there's like a separate sink here for soaking, which I really love. Okay, so we're gonna go back through and up the main staircase. And as I mentioned before, I am doing some painting up here. You can see my extension ladder there. And I would love to remove this blue runner. I get a lot of compliments on it, but I'm not a fan. It's not easy to keep clean. And as you can see, the floor is getting ready to change because I actually already refinished these floors and I love them. They're gorgeous and I would love to have them like this throughout the entire home. I still haven't put thresholds down, so you can see there's some gaps between the rooms. So just stepping back, we also have these built-ins here in our like main foyer upstairs, which you can see I have all of my equipment out because I've been working up here. And I would like to paint these and possibly add like an arch. But this is an in progress project here. As you can see, I painted everything white and there's the old color again, that kind of mousy gray. I just want this area doesn't get a ton of natural light, so I really want it to be more of a bright white. And so this leads into our bedroom, which this room has actually seen the most change since we moved in. There used to be like a really crazy closet over here on this wall, and we took it out, had sconces installed. These dressers are like a DIY. I have a video on that as well. And they're basically dresser nightstands. They're humongous, but I love them. I've sort of divided the room into two sections. So we have some sitting chairs here on this side where we can just kind of have morning coffee. And then I have, which we never do because we have kids, but I have the TV over the fireplace there so we can watch TV. I recently found this vintage, I believe it's called a Toll. Is it a Toll chandelier? It is gorgeous. It's Italian. I got a really good deal on it and it's so pretty. I think it looks so good with the ceiling medallion. This dresser will not stay there, but I am currently searching for like a console table to go there. But you can really see all the gorgeous molding that I did on the walls in here. And it was a lot of work, but I think it is really adds to the room, especially a room that's white. I wanted this to be a white, bright room. And so the molding just makes it a little bit more interesting. But I love how much natural light this room gets. You can see my plants are thriving in here. And these chairs were a lucky Facebook Marketplace find. And I just love having the chairs with the bed. I just think it's a really cozy vibe. And I still need to add some window treatments. I just have these bamboo blinds up right now, but I'm on the hunt for some good curtains to go in here to complement the space. So this does connect to our master bathroom, which I have not changed anything in here as of yet. It is the same. I've just added a rug, but it is on my list to get rid of this gold paint. And also we would like to eventually renovate it. It's just not on the list of priorities right now. So we're just kind of living with it. And then back into the master bedroom, this does connect to the closet room. which is a little messy right now, I think, but that's because I have all of the books over the fireplace that usually go on the bookshelf that I'm currently renovating in the hallway. This room pretty much looks the same as it did when I did it. I did put this mirror here instead of having a standing mirror. And I did get a new rug. I love this rug. It's an Etsy jute rug, but it's a Serena and Lily dupe, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I think it goes so well with this toile ottoman that I found at an antique shop. And I'm just still in love, so in love with this pack system. And then I have this area over here where I can do my makeup, but I'm currently fixing the chair, so there's no chair there. So back out into the hallway, I have some rugs that I really feel like they complement each other. This is just a Loloi rug. It's like the most popular one they have, but it goes so well with this vintage runner that I found. And then my son's room is a little messy, but I did do a makeover in here like right after we bought the house. This is actually one of the first rooms that I made over, but it's actually in need of another makeover. I still love this rug. This was also such a good find, but he's getting a little older, and I'm finding that the way that he functions in his room is changing, and we're even considering maybe when my daughter is a little older, having them share a room so that we can have a playroom. But for now, this room is gonna stay the way it is until I really come up with a plan for how I want it to function. Every now and then I kind of wish I hadn't painted these green walls. I kind of regret it. A lot of people on my Instagram said that they loved the green, and I remember thinking it just wasn't the right green. So every now and then I'm like, maybe I'll paint it green again, but it would be a different shade of green than it was. We still have the boat. I have contemplated moving it and getting rid of it. My husband will not let me get rid of it. He loves this boat. I got this little school desk. As you can see, the kids were playing there this morning, and Miles does some of his homeschooling things here. It's so cute. It actually has storage in the top of it too, like very nostalgic. So back out into the hallway. This bathroom has not changed, and it is high on the list of things I want to fix. I even started taking some of the wallpaper down right here just to see how hard it would be to take down. It's gonna be hard. So I'll get to this eventually, but it needs some help. Luckily, this bathroom really only serves as a guest bathroom, so we don't really even see it that often, but I have an entire Pinterest board dedicated to how I want it to look when I get a chance to do a renovation on it. And it's definitely something that I can do myself because it's mainly cosmetic. I'm not planning to like change the layout or redo any plumbing. It's changing the vanity and changing the walls, changing the flooring. So I can't wait to get to that project. And then around this giant monstera is our guest room, which is also a little messy because we just had guests, but also pretty clean because it's very minimal. So super small. You can recognize this furniture because it used to be in our bedroom. As you can see, it's just a very small, minimal room. The floors still need to be redone. You can see where I ended out here. And here's where you can see in this room why the floors needed to be redone so badly. Look at these scratches. They were terrible. So a lot of people tell me they love the original floors and the color of them, but they need to be redone. And I just really like the natural and the way that the rug sort of contrasts against natural flooring, the lighter natural flooring, whereas I feel like on some of the darker floors, rugs like this can get really lost on it. And so this room is my daughter's room, and it's also a smaller room, but it's perfect for her. I have my IKEA crib here. These built-ins were here when we moved in, and they've been really great just in general with the kids, storing toys. As you can see, the walls are kind of like a gray. I always call this jailhouse gray. It looks really good against the white furniture, but it's not the color I would choose for a little girl's room. This rug is way too small for this room, but it's gorgeous, so I keep it in here for now. I'm actually thinking about trying the rug that's in the living room in here, seeing how that works. But this is a room we're not in very often because my daughter is still so young. So we do have a little playhouse, and you know, we're in here just for naps basically. But It's a very cute room. I'm excited to make it over when she's a little bit older. Well, that is our whole house. That is a year and some change in living in our home. And I thought we'd be a little bit further along than we are with projects, but I also just didn't realize how much work really needed to be done. Aside from the stairwell and like the bookcase area that I showed earlier, I'm not really planning on doing any projects inside this spring. We're actually working on our exterior, doing some landscaping. We just removed a patio and we just want the outside to be more functional for us during the warmer months. So thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you get your 20% off at Ana Luisa using the link in the description box down below, and I will see you guys next time.